meditate or you study a little bit, and lo and behold, you need to get some rest, and because you have to get up early the following morning. So it's very, very busy work. And so it was a shock to me because I wanted to practice Chan in the proper environment. When you practice Chan, I didn't realize it back then, but when you practice Chan at the temple, it's much better for you. And so I looked out and I decided to shave my head to find out that my Chan practice at Master Hsuan temples involved working. So I worked from morning to evening. And so rumor has it nowadays, the people who are considering joining us, be part of the Sangha, receive training as a Sangha, they whisper to each other. They said, it's very busy. They work all day. It's very stressful. Okay? If you want to meditate, don't shave your head. How true that is. Facts speak for themselves. You can't deny the facts. It's true. We're busy work. So I remember this lady here who's from Taiwan, older lady whose children are grown, and I think the husband has a girlfriend or something. So she decided to shave her head. And she looked around. She went to Taiwanese temples and all the temples, and she decided, that guy sounds good. So he went to San Jose and to stay there in order to prepare to shave her head. This has happened last year. Okay, and so she stayed there, and we are kind of nice. I told the vice abbot there, I said, she's new, plus she's Taiwanese, so take it easy. Don't, go slow with her. If she can't keep up with us, and she won't be able to, don't force her. And of course, we're very kind with newcomers. We know that you guys are not used to our pace of life. And so we took it easy with her. But she's a very proud lady. She said, if you do it, I want to keep up with you. And she found out after 2 weeks she could not, so she left and became a nun somewhere else. So you see, the rumors are true. Our lifestyle is so busy, and there's no meditation at all. It's work, work, work. And that's what I found out too myself. I worked at Master Hsuan's temples. I was one of the lucky ones. I had some skills, some knowledge, some education. That's why I was a teacher at the high school. At the city of 10,000 Buddhas. So I worked and worked and worked. Since I was so busy, and so I couldn't find a time to meditate, and they wouldn't allow me to meditate, by the way. Okay, they don't allow you to meditate as a novice, and so I would get up, instead of getting up at 3:30, I would get up. I used to get up at 2:30 in the morning, so that I could meditate for an hour in the morning before morning ceremony, before preparing, getting ready for morning ceremony. So my life was around going to sleep around 11:30. And then getting up at 2:30 every day for 9 months a year. And that was my first exposure to the lifestyle of a left-form person. Okay? Meditated, but you hardly call it meditation because there's no instructions whatsoever. I just crossed my legs. Crossing your legs is not meditation. So what is meditation? Anyone knows? And after years or so of staying in the city, 10,000 Buddhas, no instructions, not much time to meditate. Before shaving my head, I was able to meditate for at least several hours a day. Okay, but after an hour max per day, sneakily in the morning when no one was up yet, okay, stealthily, but amazingly, after a year or so, one day I said, "What happened? I came here to practice Chan. I didn't have time to practice Chan at all." And I found out that actually I improved without much meditation at all, except for 1 hour a day. So why? Anyone cares to make a guess? Why? Because the purpose, in the end, the purpose of meditation is to improve. Yeah? Minimum is maintain your level, and hopefully you should improve. You didn't improve, then you're regressing because your body is decaying. Yes, broadcast SJC. JC.
Hello, Master. Do you hear me? Oh,
Yeah.
I was correcting your the Korean translation of your old Dharma talk. You mentioned that the environment of where you practice that make a difference. So in the Dharma talk, somebody was not meditating at all. That person improved without meditating by just exposing herself or himself in that environment of Chan.
Because the environment, is that what I said?
Yeah, you said the Chan environment is very important. That person is not meditating at all. This crawling baby just enters samadhi because the baby was exposed to that environment of Chan.
Can I change my mind? Okay, anyone else? Yes, 6 here.
I'm just guessing that maybe you improved because you started with the giving.
Giving? No, I wasn't giving, I was taking. Are you kidding? You novice giving? Impossible.
You're doing ceremony and you're helping high school kids?
No, at that place, they would not allow you to do ceremony. No, you're a novice. You don't have enough virtues, they say, to do ceremonies. You're not a good person, you're not allowed to do ceremonies. Your Kung Fu is not strong enough, you're not allowed to do ceremonies. It's very Chinese place. No disrespect to the Chinese. Yes, Jumi, welcome back to K-Land.
네, 들리세요? 네, 마스터께서 진전하셨던 건 제가 여러 그동안의 마스터 법문을 종합해 봤을 때 복을 지으셨고 일을 하시면서 일심이 되셨기 때문이지 않을까 생각됩니다. 네, 그리고 이 마스터 이번에 제가 DTT에 갈 수 있게 된 거 모두가 다 마스터 덕분인 것 같습니다. 감사 인사를 꼭 드리고 싶었습니다. 감사합니다, 마스터.
I think you progressed because you made a blessing and you became isin, one mind. And the reason I could go to the temple is because of you. Thank you, Master.
If I had one mind, trust me, I would have not left. Yes, in the back.
Hello, can you hear me? Master, I have a chance to listen to your Vajra Sutra in Vietnamese. You mentioned about this. You say that even if you meditate for hours, and what's the point? The purpose of meditation is to improve. So if without blessings, you cannot improve. So you need to plan the blessings with the Dharma. That's how you can benefit from the Dharma itself. You just need to wait for the condition. When the condition ripen with the blessing that you have, you will be able to make the quick improvement. But without blessings, you cannot do so.
Very good. I was right. Yes, you need blessings to improve. Before you can improve, you need to have enough blessings. Think of it this way. I use this analogy quite often. It should be inked in your brains. Cultivation is like a ladder. It has two big bars where you put the rungs up, right? You climb up. Okay, these two platforms here, these two things here, these two risers here. Okay, one is samadhi, the other is blessings. Okay, if you will, and so you can do it. There's no way for you to go up there unless you have enough blessings. Okay, so think of it as you have blessings. This is what happens to many of you with how you're knowing it. You have blessings. You increase your blessings somehow. Okay, as you hear, as you meditate, you cultivate, the blessing will pull you up and pull you up and pull you up. That's a secret in Chan training that most people don't realize. Without the blessings, you can't make it. All right? So it's true. So one of the things fundamentally for the first year or so, I worked at Master Hsuan-Hua's temples. And therefore, I planted blessings for change with his Dharma. So when I practiced his Dharma, I was able to improve. So you see, the blessings are for the specific purpose of the Dharma, so that's why when we practice the Dharma, the same Dharma, then you improve. But in order to improve, there's one more step. Blessings alone is the cause, yes, but there's also a condition for why you improve. And I want to start out the year by sharing this with you because it's very important. That's the unspoken part of the Chan training that most Chan teachers fail to understand, fail to teach you. My teacher, as typical of the Chinese tradition, Chan tradition, they do it without saying anything. They left it unspoken. Okay? And that's why if the successors, if the Dharma heirs don't understand it, Chan will die. That's what's happening to Chinese Chan. The Chinese Chan Dharma heirs, they don't understand that these fundamentals anymore. That's why when they teach Chan, they fail to give the proper instructions. What is it? No one? The one thing that helped me improve, it's kind of embarrassing to admit it, is that during the first year, is a combination of planting blessings with his Dharma and living in the temple, okay, being near these people, these cultivators, in this environment, these cultivators. And what happened is that I naturally became gooder. The key part about our Chan progress is that in our environment in particular, okay, in order for you to improve the next level, okay, to the next levels, you preferably should become a gooder person, gooder heart. Yes, you can also improve when you become a worse person. You have a better heart, okay? A worse heart, I mean. But in order for you to improve, the best way is become a better person, a nicer person. Okay, meaning that in your heart, you decided that you will no longer indulge in doing those evil things that came to you naturally, that you instinctively used to do. You stop doing that. And that's Chan. Got my drift? Chan is not crossing your legs. Our talks here, our Chan talks, a major part of it is designed, at least a third of it, is designed to help you look at yourself and commit to stop doing the bad things. You know yourself, deep in your heart, you know you're not proud of those things, and you want to stop doing that. That's Chan. If I can get you to stop doing and believe in and stop doing those things that you are not proud of, that you don't like yourself doing, you know you would disapprove of yourself, then that's Chan. Because if you sit and cross your legs for days on end, year after year, and you still, as soon as you get up and go and do the things that you feel bad about later, okay, you will not make progress. It's very hard for you to make progress. Okay? So that's the reason I gave you this small pep talk here, because I just talked to a lady. She gave me an interview this afternoon here in Wei Mountain Temple. Okay? And so she asked me, a reporter, he asked me, what's the meaning of the relics? I said, I don't know. Why do you ask me? I ask myself, I don't do relics. You know, it's Master O. Abbott who does relics. He's a relics expert. I'm not a relics expert. So what do I know about relics? And so I told her that relics are important, even though I don't know much about relics, but I know that relics are the physical proofs of acts, of deeds, of virtues. Buddhas bodhisattvas, sages, arhats, after they die and you cremate the bodies, many of them would manifest relics in the ashes. Not all of them. Some decide not to do it, okay? But most of them naturally would have relics in the ashes when the bodies are cremated. And those relics are basically crystallizations of the good deeds that they've done in their lifetimes. So Master Hsuan, for example, when they cremated him, they found like several thousand relics. Okay? So he did that many things that are that significant. And so I said, yeah, so that's why it's a miraculous thing that those relics appear because good things happen to people. They draw near relics. They get healed. They feel more peaceful. Their prayers, some prayers get answered, and so forth. And so that's why we Buddhist disciples and even non-Buddhist disciples who have a chance to be near relics and pray to relics, they have these responses, which the other religions call miracles. Okay. For us, is responses, which are basically the maturation of your blessings. Okay, ultimately, is your blessings that mature. That's why you get responses, and so that's why the relics are designed to help us develop faith in the teachings, in the teachers. Okay, unfortunately for many of us who do not have a chance to see the Buddhas when he was alive. So we invented something called relics so that we get to see the Buddha's remnants and as if he was still alive so that we can develop our faith. So relics, the first rule for relics, the first use of relics is to develop faith. I develop deeper faith because of our relics. I learn a lot more, and I learn about the miracles and the wonders of relics, and say, wow, this is so interesting. Okay, I didn't ever had this before, not in Mahayana. And so the first is develop faith. But you see, the people, especially our Buddhist disciples who draw near the relics, I noticed that they invariably become gooder people. Okay, and that's the second use of the relics. We develop faith, and with our faith, we naturally become gooder people. Okay, and that's the nature of Mahayana. Mahayana, unlike Hinayana. In Mahayana, our practice is to become gooder first, and then develop wisdom to help others. All right? All right. No questions, comments? All right. Okay, let's continue with Master YongHua's anecdotes. Okay. Before we left last year, we started by introducing to you Master YongHua's biography a little bit. And now we go into the anecdotes that are recorded here. So the one that was given to me today is called Perfect Marks. Okay, let's read it. YongHua first practiced under Master Tan Yuan, where he gained insight into the profound principles. Tan Yuan told YongHua, the national teacher Hui Zhong, his master, received the teaching of 97 perfect marks from the sixth patriarch Hui Neng and transmitted it to him. And he said, 30 years after I'm gone, a Shamanera from the south will come and widely spread this teaching. Continue to transmit this teaching and don't let it become extinct. Now I confer it upon you. You should receive and uphold it well. So he gave the manuscript to Yang Shan. Yang Shan examined it once and burned the manuscript. One day, Dan Yue reminded him, the marks forwarded to you, you should especially treasure and keep in secret. Yang Shan said, after I look at them, I burn the manuscript. Yuan said, nobody can really understand this Dharma door except my late master and all the patriarchs and great sages. How could you burn it? Master said, I read it once and understood their meanings. One should use them and should not get attached to the manuscript. Yuan said, if so, even so, you may get it, but the future generation may not bring forth faith. Master said, if the master wishes, it's not hard to reproduce it. So Yang Shan made another copy and turned it in without missing anything. Dan Yuan said, fine. So let's go through that. So Master Yang Shan, he left the home life at the age of 15, and he went to study under Master Dan Yuan, who's a Dharma heir to the national master Hui Zhong. Okay, national teacher Hui Zhong. Okay, and so here the first slide is slide number 2. He says he practiced under Master Dan Yuan, where he had gained insight into the profound principles. What does it mean to gain insight into the profound principles? Okay, you see, the Chinese teaching, the Chinese Chan is very, very abstract, very profound. It's so difficult to guess what it means, which profound principles. First of all, Buddha Dharma, Buddhist teachings are very, very profound. Okay? That's a fact. The more you practice, the more you improve, the more you see that, the more you realize that how little you understand and how profound the principles are, the teachings are. You can keep on digging and drilling deeper, okay? And it's no end to it. That's why it's called profound, okay? Profound here also in Chinese also mean mysterious, okay? Because even though we understand a little bit more, okay, but we realize there's still so much more we still don't get. So the profound is also the mystery because it's still deeper things in there. So the xun is very, very beautiful word, okay? Xun, zhi. So the profound teaching is so profound, a lot more profound than you realize. Okay? So that's the nature of Chinese Chan, of Mahayana in general. Yes, JC?
I have a quick question. In the story, he bought the painting and said he's not attached to the painting. If he's really not attached to the painting, isn't it that he doesn't have to buy it?
Okay. When you're ready.
Hello? 아니요, 이거 있어요. I have a quick question. So in the story, Master Yang-san burned the painting, and then he said it's because he's not attached to it. But if he's not really attached to it, then he doesn't have to burn it, isn't it?
Okay, we come to that. Very good. Bring it up again after you get to when we get to the burning thing, the burning question. Okay, so the profound principle here in a Chan teaching, okay, there's a profound principle, and the key here is he Wu. So he gained insight. He awakened to the profound principles. So when I explained it to you, I remember now last year when I gave you the introduction to Master Yang Shan, it's the same section. It says he gained insight into the profound principles. And I gave you a guess. Now I have a better, a clear explanation for you because of today's interview. They asked me, what is the difference between Hinayana and Mahayana? And that reporter quoted, this Hinayana master says, the relics are for this. What do you think? I said, yeah, that's correct. But for us, we go a little bit deeper. Okay? So here's what happens. When he means by, when it's meant in Chinese, and for you Chinese people, you can always kind of have a smirk and say, what does this Chinese guys know about Chinese things? Okay? And you're entitled to have to your opinions. All right. But Yi Wu Xuan Zhi, Wu here is enlightenment. So enlightenment here refers to the range of first stage Arhat up. Okay? And because of Master Yang Shan here is Mahayana Chan, therefore Wu here refers to fourth stage Arhat. Otherwise, it would not refer to Wu or become enlightened, first of all. All right? That's number one. He certified to fourth stage Arhat, okay, by practicing under Master Tan Yue, which is very impressive. If you can reach the fourth stage Arhat, I tip my hat out to you. It's very difficult to do. It's a big achievement, especially in the Dharma ending age. It's a lot easier for him back then, okay, for them back then. But nowadays, it's very, very difficult. Okay? So he gained insight. He became awakened to the profound principles. He enlightened to the profound principles. And to me here, I personally feel, and I'm willing to take a bet. Never mind. Bad way to start a year by betting. Okay? But Wu here means that he's a fourth stage Arhat. I remember that I did mention to you last year when we were during the introduction section to Master Yang Shan. I said he became fourth stage Arhat. And it's because enlightenment in Mahayana is fourth stage Arhat. Below that, we don't call it awaken. We don't call it Wu. Okay? And the combination of Wu, Xuan Zhi here, gain insight into the profound principles, and the Chinese use this a lot. Okay? This means that the level of Hinayana practitioners, they get to fourth stage Arhat, they gain insight into the profound principles. Which profound principles are we talking about? The principles of emptiness. That profound principles of emptiness that only a fourth stage Arhat would be able to penetrate. And the people below and the non-Buddhists would never be able to understand that emptiness. Okay? So that's why the word Wu, because it's enlightenment, because it's an awaken. He awakened to the fact that there's no ego. The self is empty. There's no self. And that principle is so profound. Very, very profound. Because it goes a lot further. Okay? It's only a starting point. The fourth stage arhats and the Pratyeka Buddhas are able to comprehend, to gain a glimpse of, but they don't understand it yet. They don't quite understand how profound that is really yet. So they discovered, if you will, the surface. They penetrate the surface, okay? But and they realize there's a vast ocean beneath it. All right? Is that clear? So here's a fourth stage arhat. And precisely that's why they use the word wu, gain insight, because at this level here, he understands only. That's Hinayana level. For us, we understand, but we understand a lot more deeply. That's why we devote our lives to working and helping others. If you really wu in Mahayana, that's what you do. So going back to the earlier comment about new people coming in and say, oh, it's very busy work, you don't meditate, okay? You're being taught, you're being trained to pave the way, to wu, to gain insight, and then go deeper, and then serve others, help others. That's Mahayana. Mahayana doesn't stop at understanding. Okay? It goes a lot further because if you understand the principle deeply enough, then what you do is to dedicate your life to serving others. If you don't understand yet, you won't be able to do that. That's the difference between Hinayana and Mahayana. Hinayana, again, they stop at, like the scholars do, at understanding. And say, I got it. Okay? But they don't know how to help because their understanding is not deep enough yet. Because the only way for you, tip for you, okay, for you Chinese people, the reason that when you have deeper understanding of the principles, of the profound or the mysterious principles, then you dedicate your life to helping others, is because when you do that, you're able to penetrate even deeper. That's why we help. Those people who said, I understand, and they say, I understand, come to me, I explain to you. Those are the people who only stop at Hinayana level. Hinayana, in summary, Hinayana is understanding. Mahayana is helping. Okay? So far, so good? Dan Yuan To Yang Shan, National Master Hui Chung, my teacher, received the 97 perfect marks from the sixth patriarch Hui Neng himself. So Hui Chung is actually a disciple of Master Hui Neng. So that's how the kind of caliber that Master Yang Shan had. He hangs around these people, these superior people, disciples of the disciples of Master Sixth Patriarch. It's something else. He gave me 97 yuan xiang. I believe could be perfect marks or maybe 95 circles, 95, I don't know, perfect drawings, I don't know. Chinese people, help me out. Does it make sense to say yuan xiang could be some drawings? No? Some sort of drawings. Okay? So perfect marks is okay, it doesn't matter. I tell you why it doesn't matter a little bit later. Okay? So translated to, so he gave me these 97 treasure things called yuan xiang, okay? Whatever, perfect marks, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. And he said, Great Master Hui Chung told Master Tan Yuan, 30 years after I'm gone, a shaman era will come south, will come and widely spread this teaching. Okay? So he gave him this prediction. This is what the Chinese sages do often. Continue to transmit this teaching and don't let it become extinct, meaning that this is the treasure I'm giving you. The Buddhist treasure is given to you because you are supposed to transmit it to the next generation. In general, that's what I understand, what Master YongHua taught me. Okay? I felt obligated, once understood it, to transmit it to your generation. Okay? That's the spirit of Chan, by the way. Even this case here, Tan Yuan did not understand these 97 drawings of perfect marks, or whatever this treasure was. He still understood the importance of transmitting it to a next generation. Someone will come in 30 years. Okay? So he gave the manuscript, Master Dan Yuan gave the manuscript to Master YongHua. YongHua looked at it and then burned the manuscript. Thank you. Go ahead, JC.
Oh, sorry, I almost forgot.
You forgot, but I didn't forget about you.
Oh, how nice. Oh. So, Master,
The question still rings loudly in my ears.
Wow, yeah. So why did he burn it if he's really not attached to it again?
Thank you for such a good question. Let's continue. Burn the manuscript, and then one day, out of the blue, Master Tan Yuan called him up and said, "You know, the things I gave you, the treasure I gave you from the sixth patriarch through my master, okay? You should treasure it. It's your treasure now, okay? And don't tell people about it, okay? Because if it's a treasure and you tell people about it, they will steal it from you." Very much like Master O Abbot, when his master, his great master, left the instructions for the secret school, Vietnamese secret school for Master O Abbot, for him. Okay, he said apparently when his great master died, he said, I want to leave this for that old monk, his notes, his personal notes. Okay, and so when the old monk came to Vietnam, that manuscript was gone, disappeared. Okay, and no one knows where it went. Okay, probably burned, like maybe someone like Master YongHua look at it once and I got it, burned. Okay, so the thing again. Okay, this is the treasure. You're supposed to keep it in secret. Okay, don't tell people about it. And Master YongHua, being very naive, very young at the time, he said, "Yeah, I looked at it and I burned the manuscript." And Yuan said, "Oh my God, no one can understand this Dharma door except my late master." And all the patriarchs and the great sages, notice the great sages, how could you burn it? Master YongHua, I read it once and understood the meanings. One should use them, one should not get attached to the manuscript. And so Yuan said, even so, you get it, but what about others? They may not get it. So Master YongHua, if you want to, I can reproduce it for you. And he did, without missing anything. And apparently Master Tan Yuan memorized it as well, those drawings. And he says those things, those 97 perfect things. And he says, wow, it is the same as the original. Okay? So, time is running out. We want to start the new year right. I have 3 more minutes. No more questions, okay? Let me finish my point. Okay. Why did he burn it? It shows that, first of all, that Dan Yuan is not enlightened. It's not very high caliber. That's why Dan Yuan is very attached to xiang, marks. Okay? And he says he didn't understand, so he has this fear of saying, I don't want to fail my master's mission. He gave me this mission of transferring this thing for the next generation. I want to make sure that I complete my mission. So he has this fear, okay, this attachment to these marks, these 97 things, okay? And that's why he says, oh my God, you how could you burn it? You may understand, but you could not burn this treasure from my master, from the 6th patriarch himself. Okay, so it tells you that Dan Yuan level is not that high. That's why he's so shocked that someone burned it, a treasure in his mind, something he treasures so much more so, I would assume, than a temple, than a name and whatever. So he really, really treasured this thing. But that's because he's still attached to those things. Whereas Master YongHua at that level, okay, even though at the time he was only 4th stage Arhat, okay, maybe a little bit higher by the time he was given this. He says he read it once and got the meanings of those 97 things. And he says, whatever is taught to you, you should use. Okay? You remember I stressed the difference between Hinayana and Mahayana? Huh? At the low level of wisdom, you only stop at understanding, like Master Dan Yuan. YongHua at that time already, he says, whatever you understand, you're supposed to use it. You're supposed to serve. Use it to help others, not understanding alone. Okay? So once you should use it and not get attached to the manuscript. So that's why he burned it, to show that he's not attached to it. To him, the manuscript is nothing. Whereas to Master Dan Yuan, the manuscript is a real treasure. To him, it's not a treasure. So that's why he burned it, because he says, I'm not attached to marks. So, but unfortunately for him, Master Dan Yuan didn't get the fact that Master YongHua was not attached to marks. That's why it's time for Master YongHua to move on. Usually, the two students move on is because the master no longer can teach him. That's another Chan tradition, let me tell you, that you can learn from this anecdote. Master YongHua, after these kind of happenings with Master Dan Yuan, he says, this is it. He doesn't get it. I get it, he doesn't get it. It's time for me to move on, to find a better teacher. Okay? You don't move on because you happen to disagree with the teacher and say, you're so mean to me, okay? And so forth. No. They're there in the spirit of Mahayana. You're there to open your wisdom. And when your master cannot help you anymore, and he doesn't even know that, he doesn't recognize that he can't help you anymore, then you're free to go. Okay? So, he should not get attached to the manuscript. So that's why he burned it. Did I answer your question, Korea, JC? Okay, any questions before I close? No questions? Can I ask you a question before I stop? No one has a question? Let me go through these slides again very quickly for you. Okay? No question here? No question? "97 circles? Beautiful. Okay? See? It's a circles. So it's not perfect marks. It's circles. Okay? Perfect drawings. Okay? The Chinese are crazy about circles for some reason. I would not call it 圆相, okay? But anyway, it's Chinese. What do I know about China stuff? Go ahead, JC. No question here?
그 초반에 말씀해 주셨던 선한 사람에 관한 질문인데요. 그 선함을 행하는 거에 대한 자각이 없을 수 있는 사람들은 어떻게 해야 하는지가 궁금합니다. 그러니까 선하다는 거를 자각할 수 없는 사람은 어떻게 행동해야 하는지가 궁금한데요.
Hello, Venerable Shenpu, we cannot hear you.
Can you imagine that the Chinese Chan Master Huineng sitting there and drawing 97 circles?
Yeah.
And they call it perfect marks, perfect circles? That is so advanced. I don't get it. Yeah? Translation.
So I have a question about being a good person. You mentioned earlier that you practice and progress because you become a good person, better person, gooder person.
Yeah,
So I
gooder
want to
person.
know, yeah. So I want to know if there's a person who cannot notice the goodness, cannot realize the goodness, how can you act upon the goodness? What to do?
Precepts.
개입니다.
Precepts. Okay? A gooder person does not break precepts. All right. So, this slide. Any question on this slide? No? 97 perfect circles? From Master Huineng, real treasure, right? For this kind of artwork, I think we can fetch in $100 million nowadays in the auction. Yeah? Okay. This question, 4. Slide 4. Any questions here? No? I'm going through the slides to see anyone has been following or not. No question? This one. Any questions here? Quickly. No question? How about this one? No question? How about this one? No question? How about this one? Yes. Chi Hung.
Jiung, we cannot hear you. You need to switch to English. We cannot hear you.
They can't hear you either.
"丹元法师的师傅预测说，30年之后，南方有一个沙弥来学，这个沙弥是不是？"
Yes? Go ahead, Chu. You have a question or? This is a question on this slide, right?
Jiung, do you have a question? We cannot hear.
Yeah. She has a question on this. Very good. Who is this novice monk? Who is he? Does it bother you? No one cares? Have you been following? Have you been reading? Have you been listening? Who is this novice monk? Professor Jane, enlighten us.
Sorry, what Zhihong said, we cannot hear a thing, so we didn't know what she said.
That's a question. The question is, who is this novice monk? Because there's a sage. Master Huizhong says, there will be a novice monk coming. I want you to transmit this to him. Okay? Zhihong, who is this novice monk? Yes, 6. Who is this novice monk? We have the answer already.
Is it Master Yangshan?
Who else? What is the matter with you? He says, 30 years after I'm gone, that's about the time that YongHua came, right? Okay, because 30 years is one generation. Basically, when you teach, it's about 30 years of the worth of teaching, of work. One generation is 30 years. So 30 years after I'm gone, so meaning that 30 years after I'm gone, meaning 30 years later, there'll be a novice monk who will be meaning your disciples, okay? And not only anyone, but actually is novice monk, okay, who will come. And will come and widely spread this teaching, the Yuan Xiang teaching, okay? And so you make sure that you commit this teaching and do not let it get lost. That's why Master Yang said, oh, it's me. Because he got it right away. He read it and said, oh, I got it, okay? And because I received it, okay? So I can choose whatever I want to do with it. And Master Dan Yuan missed it completely. Isn't that funny? Lunar New Year's humor? You don't find it funny? So the hidden message is there. Master YongHua was that novice monk that they foresaw will be able to understand the 97 teachings. Okay? So Master YongHua said, oh, it's me. I got it. But Master Dan Yuan, guess what? He didn't get it at all. Chinese humor. That's Wei Yang humor. You don't like it. Yes, in back there. One.
Hello, Master. Welcome back. We are happy to see you. I have a question and a comment. Was that Venerable Huizhong's way of certifying Master YongHua? Because the other one, Master Dan Yuan, is holding the certification for Master YongHua?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not at all. Certifying means that you come from a live person. Master Huizhong is dead already. He has no business certifying anyone.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just looked up the 97. Apparently, Master Shenhua lectured on 97 marks of the Buddha. So I'm not sure if it's related to this one. Thank you.
I'm not sure either, but I'm not very smart. You give me one, I can remember. You give me 97, I burn it. I'm like Master YongHua. He says, why do you need 97? What is the matter with you? You cannot teach it to me in one sentence, then it's not certain teaching anymore. Okay? All right. Anything else? No? Okay. Happy New Year, everyone.